I believe as a student of St. Joseph Academy that I'm meeting the mark every single day in my daily life because of the fact that I'm surrounded by amazing people that keep me in the right track to always pray and always go to Mass and really turn to God in the good and bad times.
Even though I'm not Catholic, I do think I meet the mark just because I follow the same basic moral guidelines as Catholics do.
I think the one thing I can improve on is in being less selfish. I try in times to really think of those around me, but sometimes I do catch myself really thinking of myself, and I would love to change that about myself.
I think I need to be more open-minded, and I think I need to be more empathetic to people. I need to see life the way other people see it. I need to be in another person's shoes to see how they are. I think the most important thing for the school to keep in mind of people coming to the school is that it's very important to be empathetic. And my biggest regret is maybe I could have been nicer to people. I could have been more understanding, especially during certain times in my life here. But overall, just have an open mind, be kind to people, be good, and if you're embarrassed, be very embarrassed.
St. Joe really is a different kind of high school because when we graduate, we're going to be left with something that other kids aren't left with. We're left with the knowledge that we are really fortunate, and there are a lot of people who don't have it as good as we do and who are less fortunate and just in worse circumstances than we're in. And so we're taught to really help those people who need our help.
Have a good time, really enjoy the people around you, and really have fun exploring your faith, and continue really striving to be a full Marist student because, you know, I'm not personally completely Marist yet, but I've gone on a journey and I think I'm a little closer to being completely Marist.
So what do you think has really helped you become a faithful disciple?
I think that the education that I received at St. Joe, the small community, the fact that even though it was a high school when I was at St. Joe a long time ago, it was very united, and it gave us a perspective of being there for each other, the faith, and being able to depend on one another and truly building a community and, you know, lifelong friends up to today. Even though I graduated in 1978, I still have very close friends that I went to school with, and it always, at St. Joe, they were all brothers. Very few lay teachers, maybe 3 or 4 throughout my high school. I'm different from you guys, and we didn't have to wear uniforms, we didn't have to, but there was a lot of camaraderie. And when we went to Mass, the celebrations were all of us together, and it was very unique as a whole, and it has bonded all of us together as friends, and we continue to remain friends. Your question is very unique, but one of the things that I've talked to friends about is, you know, during Lent, people give up Cokes or chocolate or what have you, and what I've tried to do is try to be a better person. I know that I can be very critical of myself and of others, so I try to keep that at the forefront when in dealing with people, especially now that I'm working for the Service Center and we work with children with disabilities, all different socioeconomic backgrounds. So trying to be more understanding, more compassionate, not so judgmental. And I think that's a challenge for me daily. So
Something we could all work on. One thing about St. Joe, if you could just say one thing about it, what would it be?
I think what left a lasting impression on me, and anyone that I speak to that is considering sending their children to St. Joe, is the fact that it builds camaraderie, it builds unity amongst the students. I find that students that, even since when I was there, my father graduated from St. Joe, my goddaughter graduated, and they're lifelong friends. People seem to unite, remain friends, and I think the friendships that you build there, maybe because it's a small setting, because of the morals, the values, the ethics that you're taught, people tend to remain close and you find true friendship. So I think that would be the biggest thing that I value coming out of St. Joe. Like I said, I still have some of my best friends that I was with since 4th grade through private school and to Catholic education. So I think that's what I value the most.
Trying to see God in situations throughout my life.
Having trust in God makes me a faithful disciple, knowing that He has a plan for me, even though when sometimes I might not know what it is, I have faith that He'll lead the way and guide me through the correct path.
Someone who is passionate about what they do. It's not necessarily for religion. It could be, if you're passionate at math, you devote all your time into the study of math. If you're passionate in science, then you devote all your time into something that you're doing. It's like to be meaningful, like to be passionate.
Going to church every Sunday.
What keeps my faith strong would honestly be my parents and my brother.